Now that you have your braces on, we're going to review how to take care of them. You were given a brushing kit such as this, which contains a toothbrush, floss, our placard floss, a Christmas tree brush, and also wax. Now, wax is going to be pretty important for the first few days that you have your braces on. This is rope wax. So if you have any irritation with the brace with your cheek, what we want you to do is just take the wax, roll it into a meatball, and then you can press it against any of the braces that are irritating for you. You can keep this on for a couple days, and then once your cheeks get used to the braces, then you no longer have to use this. As far as the toothbrush is going to be used to keep the plaque from around your braces and also the food from around your braces. So we always want to make sure that you're brushing above the brace and also below the brace, and make sure that you put enough pressure on there so that the bristles can go inside each of the braces and under the wire so everything is nice and clean. Once you do clean all the way around your teeth on the top and the bottom, always swish around with water and then look inside your mouth. If you see any plaque or if you see any food remaining, go ahead and use the brush once again. We also have a Christmas tree brush, which is very handy getting in between the braces. So you can actually pass this under the wire in between each one of the braces. And sometimes this is actually better to use even before you brush to kind of get any of the loose debris free, so then the toothbrush can actually take care of that for you. The placard floss is really good because it's designed to actually fit between the wire and the tooth. So if you look at the model here, you'll notice that one of these is thinner than the other. So what I want you to do is actually, the thinner part should go closest to the wire, and you can floss in between the teeth using this placard and then move on to the next tooth. Always form a C shape around the tooth in order to clean the maximum amount of tooth surface that you can. As far as the regular floss, sometimes if you have very, very rotated teeth, it's very hard to get the placard in that location, so you can use the regular floss that's in here also. In addition to the toothbrush that we mentioned in the brushing kit, I would recommend every patient use a powered toothbrush. The reason being is that this has a pulsating and oscillating action, so that it's a very good to clean around all of your braces. It does have 3 modes on it. So this is the low mode, then there's a medium mode, and a high powered mode. So this is a very, very good brush for cleaning around your braces. As well as the toothbrush I recommend, we also recommend the Prevenant Fluoride. This is actually an increased amount of fluoride than your regular toothpaste, and it helps prevent white spots and cavities from forming around your teeth. We highly recommend getting this. We have both of these available at our front desk. Now that the braces are on, we have to be careful in making sure that we don't knock the braces off. So keep in mind the brace is purely glued onto the front of the tooth. If you eat something too hard, you can actually break that glue free from the tooth, and then the brace will become loose. Now keep in mind, when this does happen, it'll actually extend your treatment time, so we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. We gave you a food guide that kind of tells you what foods to use, what foods to kind of steer away from. Anything that's really hard, crunchy, and sticky is not good to have when you have the braces. So if you have any questions about which foods to eat and what you should steer away from, please ask one of our staff members. Now that the braces are on, we're talking a little bit about emergencies. If emergency does happen when the office is closed, we're going to kind of give you a little pointers to take care of that. If you do happen to have a brace that comes loose and is moving on the wire, the easiest thing to do is secure it with the wax. We already showed you how to use the wax in the brushing kit, so use that little meatball rolling technique, push it against the brace, and that'll comfort you from it moving up and down and irritating you. The other big concern is a wire poking you, and usually that's going to be in the back of the mouth. Now, these are our straight wire cutters that you're going to see us using in the office. You can actually pick up a version of these at a craft store, Michael's, things like that, and go in the jewelry department and you can use this, get a smaller version of this. If you're actually out of town or it's late at night and you need to clip a wire, you can do so. Now keep in mind, if you go on bracesbob.com, that's our website, you can actually watch videos that kind of walk you through taking care of any problems that you may have. Also, please always follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Braces Bob so that you can keep up to date with the latest and greatest technologies that we have and information from our office.